Hello, I'm Ty Mason of the DiabetesCouncil.com, researcher, writer, and I have type 2 diabetes. I want to emphasize that my perspective is coming from one with type 2 and not type 1. Our channel is primarily for those with type 2 diabetes and pre-diabetes. Today, I want to answer the question, what are the best vegetables for type 2 diabetes? After you watch the video today, I invite you to check out the description box for my new ebook. This is one of the most comprehensive diabetes meal planning books you'll find anywhere. It contains diabetes-friendly meals and recipes for different goals such as 800 to 1800 calories per day meal plans, diabetes meal planning tips and tricks. There are also tons of diabetes-friendly recipes for everyone. If you watch our channel very often, you know that I am a fan of fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. I think they're great additions to any diabetes meal plan. But not all fruits and veggies are great. Some need to be eaten in moderation, while others can be eaten pretty much at every meal. Now please keep in mind, I'm talking here about fresh or fresh frozen vegetables, not from a can. In some cases, the canned varieties are fine, but you must look at those labels. Kale. Now, according to my colleague Jennifer Blowers, kale belongs on this list. She writes, quote, "Kale provides many micronutrients and antioxidants, rich in fiber, helping with the glucose control, as well as essential vitamins such as beta-carotene and vitamins A, C, and K. Kale is a very versatile ingredient." Now, kale also contains the carotenoids lutein and zeaxanthin, which studies have associated with preventing eye disorders and improving brain function. Glucosinolates found in kale and other cruciferous vegetables are sulfur-containing antioxidants associated with reducing cancer. Kale is truly a powerhouse, providing flavor, little effect on blood glucose, and many significant health benefits. Kale and many other cruciferous vegetables are truly a great addition to your plate. Glycemic index of kale is 32. The glycemic load, 1. Tomatoes. Okay, I know a tomato is technically a fruit, but so many people think of it as a veggie. I decided to add it to this list because it is a superfood for diabetes. An average size tomato, about the size of a baseball or slightly larger, 28 calories, 0 fat, no cholesterol, 6 carbs, and 4 grams of sugar. Tomatoes are very low in sodium. They're a good source of vitamin E, thiamine, niacin, B6, folate, magnesium, phosphorus, copper. Tomatoes are an excellent source of dietary fiber, vitamin A, C, K, potassium, and manganese. Tomatoes have a very low GI of 15, which is their GL 0. The only warning I have is that many people who eat them like to pour a lot of salt on them, and that's not a good choice for the heart. A little salt, okay, but eat them on sandwiches, salads, or just by themselves. Beans. Now, beans are legumes, but they are also considered vegetables. Beans are on my list because they bring a lot to the table, especially in the area of plant protein. Now, I personally like kidney beans, but most beans have the same nutritional value. A cup of cooked kidney beans contains 39 carbs, 0.6 grams of sugar. Why such high carbs but low sugar? Well, because the carbs in beans are what are called slow carbs. They are actually starch that will eventually break down into sugar, but in a very slow process. Now, what do you think this means about the GI and GL of kidney beans? If you said they would be low, well, you're right. Slow carbs mean low GI. The GI of kidney beans, 29. The GL, 9. So a good size serving for kidney beans would actually be good for you. Plus, the kidney bean is an excellent source for protein and dietary fiber. I'm sure you've heard the old rhyme, beans are good for your heart. The more you eat, well, actually, that's true. An August 2009 study showed kidney beans to promote good heart health and help regulate blood sugar. Beans are not only good for the heart, They're also good for diabetes. Sweet potatoes. Now, don't judge a food by its name. Sweet potatoes are actually lower in carbs and sugar than a russet potato. Sweet potatoes are also higher in fiber, which helps regulate the sugars and carbs. 2014, PubMed studied the effects on sweet potatoes on those with type 2 diabetes. The study was small, only 140 participants, who took 4 grams of sweet potatoes in capsule form each day with no difference in their normal menu. The result of the study was that after the study, the A1C of the group was lowered by 0.3%. The study concluded there was insufficient evidence to show that sweet potatoes was able to help control blood sugar in type 2 diabetes, but it didn't hurt it. In choices of vegetables for your diet, the sweet potato is an excellent choice. They're high in fiber, low in sugar. They are an excellent source for vitamin A and C. They're also a great source for magnesium, potassium, vitamins B1 and B2, as well as niacin. The GI of a sweet potato is 54. The GL is 12, both acceptable given the amount of nutrients involved. Broccoli. Now, broccoli is an anti-diabetes superhero. As with other cruciferous veggies, it contains a compound called sulforaphane, which triggers several anti-inflammatory processes that improve blood sugar control and protect blood vessels from the cardiovascular damage that's often a consequence of diabetes. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for people with diabetes, so this protection could be a lifesaver. Sulforaphane also helps flip on the body's natural detox mechanisms, coaxing enzymes to turn dangerous cancer-causing chemicals into more innocent forms that the body can easily release. The best news, the GI and GL of broccoli, 0. Spinach. Now, spinach is one of the many leafy greens that have shown up to drop the risk of developing diabetes. Collards are another great choice, and we'll talk about them next. People who consume more than 1 serving a day of spinach and other leafy greens slash their risk by 14% compared to people who ate less than half a serving daily. Now, that was found in a British study. This green is particularly rich in vitamin K, along with several minerals including magnesium, folate, phosphorus, potassium, and zinc. It's also a good source of the plant chemicals lutein and zeaxanthin, and various flavonoids. Although spinach is technically a rich source of calcium, another nutrient in spinach called oxalic acid prevents much of that calcium from being absorbed. But you can blanch spinach, boil it for just about a minute, and reduce that chemical. Once again, the GI and GL of spinach, 0. Collards. Broken record time, so I'll put it at the front this time. The GI and GL, 0. Dark green leafy vegetables like collard greens are excellent sources of vitamin C, which helps lower cortisol in the body and consequently reduces inflammation as well. Collard greens and other cruciferous veggies like kale and Brussels sprouts are also a good source of alpha-lipoic acid, a micronutrient that helps the body deal with stress. When scientists at the Linus Pauling Institute at Oregon State University gave aging rats ALA, they found that the animals' bodies created their own antioxidants, making them better able to resist toxins in the environment and reduce inflammation. Good news for diabetes. ALA also helps reduce blood sugar and can help to strengthen the nerve damage by diabetic neuropathy. Just be careful not to overcook it, which creates a strong sulfur smell. Just 5 minutes of steaming, you're ready. Carrots. Don't believe what you hear about carrots rapidly raising blood sugar. While the type of sugar they contain is transformed into blood sugar quickly, the amount of sugar in carrots is extremely low. That's good news because carrots are one of nature's richest sources of beta-carotene, which is linked to a lower risk of diabetes and better blood sugar control. Sticks of raw carrots? Make some fries by slicing carrots into thin strips and scattering them on a baking sheet. and flavoring them with a little olive oil, salt, and pepper. Roast them at about 400 degrees, 40 minutes. It's not McDonald's, but it's pretty good. While the GI of carrots is pretty high at 92, the GL of a large carrot is only 1. Cabbage. The beautiful lowly cabbage. It's a close relative to several other leafy green vegetables such as cauliflower and broccoli, and it has a lengthy history as both a vital food as well as medicine. The ancient Greeks would often prescribe cabbage juice to treat mushroom poisoning or constipation. Cabbage is a very powerful vegetable, so much so that the ancient healers claimed it must have contained moon power because it grew in the moonlight. Modern science knows that its power comes from the high vitamin C and sulfur content. But no matter how you look at it, cabbage is a true superfood that's worth adding to your weekly diet. Another plus? You guessed it, the GI and GL 0. Cauliflower. Now, most people with diabetes are encouraged to eat plenty of non-starchy vegetables. The ADA recommends eating half of one's plate or at least 3 to 5 servings of non-starchy vegetables per day. 1 serving is equal to a half a cup of cooked or 1 cup raw. Non-starchy vegetables are encouraged because of the nutrition contributions they make to our diets. They are high in vitamins, minerals, fiber, and phytochemicals. 1 cup of raw white cauliflower contains only 25 calories, 2 grams of dietary fiber, and 80% of the recommended daily amount of vitamin C. Plus, the GI and GL, 0. Well, there you have it. That's my list. There are others that I'm sure that could be placed on this list, and others will argue that they should have been. But this is my list, and I'll put it up against just about any other list you can find. Don't forget to check out my new ebook, and please subscribe to our channel for many more videos like this one in the future. I want to thank you so much for watching. I'm Ty Mason.